Hey guys, if you're not making video for your business, you're missing out. That's why we want to help you on creating the first video you should make for your business. Click the link below and I'm going to send you the script for the first video you should be doing for your business.
Think you don't need a website for a business because you're always busy around, no one's going to be looking at it. Today's podcast, we're actually going to be going through why you need a website and things to look out for in your website. I'm your host, Monico, and here we got Eric. What's up, dude?
What's up, dude? Yeah, that question is pretty important because, you know, like we're in the contractor industry and a lot of contractors think that because they are contractors, they don't need a website. That, they can just go on my Facebook page and just look at my work there, you know? And that's just not the right way to do it because, I mean, there's a multitude of reasons why not to do it that way. But the biggest thing that you do need a website for is because you're going to look more professional doing it.
Yeah, you're gonna land higher paying clients because they went to your website. You know, honestly, it's like you have to think about it. It's like your freaking resume. They go to it and they see like, oh, they do this. Oh, they do that as well. Oh, this is the process of how they do this. And oh, these are the team members, the owners of that business. It's not just photos of the generic photos that everyone, you know, people kind of want to know who they are before they buy. Yeah. And then we're being naive. I mean, we do it, you know, you go through the reviews, you go through the website and stuff like that before you even call them, if we're completely honest. So then we're being naive to think about it that like they're not doing that to us, you know? So they're doing it for us. Is like, those are the things we got to make sure pretty much what we're putting out there, what we're projecting. If your website looks like shitty, really outdated, or just very generic, like, well, that's pretty much the type of clients you're going to be getting. Mm-hmm. You want a client that's willing to pay you $50,000 for a project, whatever you do, but you're not willing to invest a couple bucks into making yourself look good.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about. Like, yeah, you can have social media and stuff, but you're not going to have chances are you're not going to have a client that's going to pay you $50,000 to do a job just by them looking on your Facebook page, honestly. Because if a client's going to invest that much time into you or that amount of money into you, they got to make sure that you're actually professional, you know what you're doing, and you got your shit together.
And you're legit. You're not the first project.
And you're legit. Because then the website's like you're saying, your portfolio. And how most businesses are is like, or most clients are is like that they're going to give you Google. It's like, if you don't pop up on Google,
if you're a service-based business,
that's a problem. And the website, when it comes to like SEO and stuff, that's going to help you actually pop up. So if you're not even like popping up, then that's the first red flag that a website helps solve is that you're going to start popping up on Google.
Yeah, and then that's the thing too. So a lot of people, like, you start thinking about it and you think there's so much, it's so hard to get a website up and going. And it is hard. Like, if you want something legit, it's not easy.
Something legit.
It is hard. But then that's why if you actually go through that little process, that gauntlet of actually making a website, making it look good, you got to think about it like, yeah, it is tough. So that means all of your other competition, all the other people aren't doing that. So if you do it, who's going to be top of mind when they need it, right? And
a lot of the stuff we're talking about is like, it might sound simple to do, but it's not going to be easy. Because if it was easy, everybody would do it. Everybody would have a badass website. But it's harder because you got to put that time and effort into it. Because if you don't put the time and effort into it to make it look decent, you're not going to get results. And we all come in business because we want to get results and we want to be seen. We want to get out there.
Yeah, and it's like, then if we kind of break it, like, okay, we're going through websites. Let's go through tabs a little bit, Eric. I think the home page is like, that's where most of your traffic's going to go. So they have to have like all the different services you do have to be on that. Have to be a quick little description of like the business of what you guys do, the services you do, a little bit about the company culture, and then like, of course, some sort of form or something where they can click on to fill out that they want service. But
it has to be clean and legible, because if your homepage has a whole bunch of information right away,
simple, stupid,
it's going to be way too much for them to look at. Because then they're going to go and be like, oh, what do I read first? What do I look at? What do they want me to see? And then it could get frustrating, right? If it's not laid out clean in like a clean fashion, that they'll just eventually just click off, go to the next person.
Yeah. So it has to be like, keep it simple, stupid, just your points. I mean, you can keep it nice and organized and look good, and you don't have to like overdo it too much. Yeah. So that's one of them. And I think, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, I was gonna say that having different buttons on your website would be ideal too. Just as they're scrolling through, make it easier for them. Like if you can miss them right away, have a button right there ready for them.
Yeah, like they went to the bottom of the page.
That's diving deeper into like the actual design of the website and stuff. Right now, we'll just kind of keep it more general of what your website needs to have.
So that'd be the homepage. I'm a firm believer people buy from people that know, like, and trust. So like second page has to be like an about us page.
Yes.
Where it talks a little bit about your core values, has some photos of the I mean, it doesn't have to be everybody on your team if you don't want to, but like maybe the owners, the upper management in the company, you have to have that their name, little description of that. You'd probably agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, not just that, but like what your company stands for. Like put your core values in there, put your mission statement. And if you don't have a set of core values or set mission statement, take the time to kind of think that through and come up with something. Because then, as I always like to look at things from a client's perspective. I want to be able to know who I'm getting in bed with. Like if they have certain values that aren't aligned with mine, then okay, that's fine. We can each have our own ways of thinking. But I'd rather know that up front than down the road when
it's going to weed the fat a little bit.
Yeah, especially like down the road when something goes wrong and then they're like, oh well, we don't go that deep into our work. No, you want to be able to be with someone who says up front, like, if you're not happy with the shit, we'll come back, we'll make it right.
Hey guys, let's take a quick break. You're stuck on marketing, you don't know what to do, you don't know how even to get started. That's something that we do here at Substance Media. Hit us up, we'll get you taken care of. It's completely free to you guys just today. So we got homepage, about us, services page. Depending on what services you guys offer, if you do, say roofing, okay, you do talk about the different roofs that you guys do. Like, have them laid out, some description of each. And obviously, I'm not just saying like one little sentence description. Like, you have to dive deep into it so that way you're the expert in the room, right? With your client, you want them to feel like you're the expert in the room, but that you don't want to like overdo it using crazy words that they don't even know. You just confuse them more.
Yeah. You want to have like enough information on there that proves to them that you're the expert in that field. Sometimes it's okay to give them a little more information than necessary, because then sometimes they just get overwhelmed and they're just like, you know what, what you're talking about, just go ahead and do it. But yeah, like if you're a roofer, okay, talk about like different types of roofing. What else? New roof installations. Some of them probably do roof inspections, and then just different. Like every industry is a little bit different, but just the main services you do for people.
Yeah. So pretty much just dive deep into the services of what you do.
And pretty much have like a page for each service.
Yeah.
That way you can actually focus on that one service here, keep it nice, clean, simple, and then another page for a different service. That way it's not everything on one and you have a super long page to scroll through, because nobody likes to have that one page that everybody's just scrolling through. It's better to keep it simple. Simple.
So we got home, about us, services, you need some sort of a contact us page. Yeah. That's probably one of the most important ones. So you can fill something out, but on that contact us page, you have to have some sort of form. You can have it like, okay, give me your name, email, phone number, and then like what they're reaching out about. Maybe have a different like click options where they can have it like, oh, I need a roof inspection, going back to the roof, or I want a quote for this, or I need a whole new roof, or and then have like a little description box. Like that way when they reach out to you, or when you call them back because they filled it out, you'll be like, hey, so and so, I'm calling about XYZ, we can get you on the schedule this time, and you already kind of know how to fix it in your schedule, how long it's going to take, kind of what they're wanting, their budget, maybe stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
another thing I like to add in there is a short either button or drop down menu where they can select what specific service they're after, and then like how you're saying that, have that box down below to dive deeper into that, because having that information with their name, email, phone number and stuff, you already have a way more qualified lead than if you just had no form and just had a phone number. Because cool, they call you, then you have no idea what you're talking about, what you're kind of faced with. But if you haven't filled out a form first, they're more qualified because first of all, they took the time to fill out the form, so they're actually interested.
Yep.
And then number two is like you're better prepared going into that conversation. So you can prepare like if you want to schedule stuff out, like, oh, I got quotes over here, so let me bunch them up together, or even like work on some objections. Yeah. Like cool, like they're after the service, then I can know what to expect. These might be their, their objections. Then I can better prepare for that situation.
Yeah, or you got their email already to send them that bid over.
Yeah,
whenever
exactly.
you do show up to get, whatever you're doing, you already got their email. So it's like you're already a step ahead of the curve with that. Or later, if you do decide to do email campaigns, whatever you start doing, like you got that stuff, from them.
For sure.
Go for it.
Another, we're talking pages. I think another important page to have would be some sort of portfolio page or a project page.
Yep.
That way, your clients can actually see that you've done other work before, and you're not just you're not their first project, really.
Yeah.
And then, it goes back to like organization and stuff, but like you can lay it out however you want, but make sure that it's clean and simple and legible. That way, it's easier for your client. You always have to make it easier for your client.
Yeah.
The easier you make it for them, it's going to be the better.
Because if you think about it, to say, kind of going on different, it's another industry, but like say you're a landscaper. If you have photos or like a quick video of a project that you did and you have it on there, if you do a whole backyard, like there's so much that goes to it, like the type of grass, the shrubs, the concrete, the trees, the mulch, the plants, like so much. And if you have some examples, people can already be like, hey, you know what? I like the project that you did at so-and-so. Can I get something similar like that? Well, we can just change maybe the color of the concrete or the type of, or just the cutout of it. So they're already coming with something. They're already envisioning it in their yard.
Yeah.
So it's like
it's almost like a little mini Pinterest. Like you can already plant ideas of how they want to do their stuff in their yard.
Planting seeds, getting leads, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, and then how you're saying, maybe a little description about what you did to that project would help. Before and after pictures are always good. Final pictures are always great, and a little explanation kind of as like that cherry on top. Because then, it could be a beautiful backyard, but if you only did this one little section, and you don't disclose that, then they expect you to do like the whole backyard when in reality you just did this little piece. So it's always good to like clarify and specific like what you did there. Or if you're like a concrete person, cool, the whole beautiful landscaping looks beautiful, but you gotta be honest and be like, oh no, we didn't do the landscaping, we took care of the concrete. Kind of just be clear with what you did, so that way your clients are just more can rely on you a little bit more.
Yeah. And all this, we're probably going off on tangents. People are just like, dude, what the fuck? I'm already kind of lost, and it's completely understandable. I know it is a lot. So that's why with Inceptions Media, we offer like a free consultation, make a mock-up stuff of like what it looks like for you, how it would look and all that stuff for free, completely free, just to be like, know what it takes to be able to get something started, because it is easier to have someone that's navigated those waters or that does it to kind of be like, okay, dude, this is what it takes. This is what it looks like. And you're like, I'm ready or I'm not ready. So if you need a consultation, hit us up and we'll help you do that. But another thing too that's huge and very underestimated is like the formatting of like from the desktop to tablet and phone. Talk to me about that.
That's very underrated, because typically when you build a website, you're going to do it on a computer, laptop, whatever, and then you're going to do the formatting completely just to fit that view you're looking at, because that's obviously what you're looking at and stuff. But if you're doing it on a desktop and laptop, you got to remember that most of the people are going to see your website on different devices. Not everybody has a desktop that they can just look you up on.
The phone's the most popular.
They have phones, and that's the most popular one. They also have tablets, but phones is like the most popular one. So you got to check your website on different devices and making sure the formatting is matching up. Because you can make it look beautiful on the desktop, but if you don't take that extra step to check it on the phone, the formatting is going to be all messed up, I can guarantee you. Because I've ran into that situation before.
We've done
so
that.
It's like taking the time to actually going through each different layout, like on your computer, your phone, and on the tablet, and kind of just adjusting the formatting on there. Because you got to make sure that the website looks great on all platforms.
What's one of the biggest reasons you think people don't, contractors don't go build like a nice professional website?
Because I think they don't got time. They don't got time, and they don't know where to get started. Because if you just say, oh, go build a website, it's not just like, okay, let me log in here and start doing my website. No, it's like, you got to get your domain and hook it up to your website, design the website. And I feel like that is very overwhelming for people, where they don't even like know where to get started. So instead of like doing a little bit of research, mejor dicen que like, oh no, I'll do it later. And then later never comes. So I think the first thing is like getting a little bit more, doing a little bit more research, getting a little bit more knowledge on like where to get started from and stuff, or just partnering up with someone who already knows how to do the stuff, you know.
Yeah, you said that it's like, oh yeah, we'll just do it later. We got biggest thing you don't like. The biggest thing as a business that you don't have is freaking time. So it's like you can't be like, oh,
and as a human,
you're like, hey, we can't. We'll just do it next year. Next quarter, we'll start working on it. It's like you need to get the ball rolling now because next quarter there might not be money for next quarter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they have to do it now. Like that thing drives me crazy when people say like, no, we'll do it later. I don't got time, so we'll just do it later. It's like, well, you already said you don't have time, so why are you gonna do it later? Like, just do it now. You don't have time regardless. So like, what game you playing?
Yeah, and that's a big thing. Like, oh yeah, especially for websites. Oh yeah, I'll do it later. You gotta realize that it's gonna take a while for Google to start reading your website and start generating those leads and stuff for you. So you have to do it as soon as you can because it's still gonna take a couple months for it to be fully implemented into Google and stuff.
It's still gonna take a little bit to build as well.
Yeah, exactly. You're not gonna build a badass website in a day or two. It takes time to actually make it look nice.
Yeah, top notch stuff.
And I think final piece of note, final tip or whatever, I think one of the most important things you have to do for a website is to use your own content. You don't want to be using generic ass content that everybody else uses off of Google or whatever. No, people want to see your work. They want to see you. So show them you and your work. You don't want to get those random ass pictures off of Google that everybody already has. It has to be custom to you.
Couldn't end it any better. Boom. If you need a website, let us know. We got you.